Hi, it's Red again, and had a very interesting experience this week. I've been working on a short story for quite some time now, about a month or so, interrupted by a trip back to the Bay Area. But in that time, I've found myself struggling in a different way than I've struggled before. What I found was my story was getting unwieldy. It was shifting, and it wasn't until I had my conversation. I try to talk to my daughters weekly, and I was talking to my younger daughter, Addie, on Thursday, I think, and she very politely asked me about my writing. I'm not sure if she was really interested or just being polite, but regardless, I was explaining to her some of my frustrations about this particular story, and I realized I was really trying to tell two stories, and no wonder it was sprawling. So. With short stories, they need to be tight, they need to be focused, and this one definitely wasn't. But the reason it wasn't is because I've really got two narrative threads that I'm trying to incorporate. So I realized I'll just split the story. So I'll tell two different stories, even though they're certainly related. The first one it starts with an attempted school shooting that is foiled by the principal, and then the first story I want to tell was kind of the personal journey of that principal, somebody who's maybe not quite cut out to be a principal, but acted heroically, and kind of how it changed her life, and the kind of things that brought to bear on her. But I also wanted to tell a larger story about how these things fit into school districts and the kind of dynamics there, where you've got competing agendas, maybe in this particular case you do, and how different factions or different people are trying to turn this situation to their advantage, and to create something that furthers their own agendas. And when you've got competing agendas, it's kind of interesting how these things that happen, and these things that are related to how people respond in stressful and emergency type situations, they get turned to other things, to other purposes. And so anyway, I'm gonna split those stories up and see if I can have them make a little bit more sense separate as opposed to together, and we'll see how that turns out.